Okay, people, today let's take a quick look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Gamerverse Gargantos, or Shuma Gorath if you're nasty. No, apparently the name Shuma Gorath is tied up with the Conan license, and back in the day, when Shuma Gorath was part of the games, Marvel had the license to do Conan? Maybe? I don't know how that works. I'm not a lawyer. I'm barely a toy reviewer. And apparently barely a comic book fan, because I don't know where the name Gargantos comes from. Is that the newer comics, older comics? I missed it somewhere. As far as the rest of the package goes, there is the Marvel Legends logo, the Gamerverse logo, Gargantos in the game font, Hasbro logo here on the end that the camera doesn't want to focus on here. On the side, there is some pixelated artwork of Gargantos, and I'm guessing, yeah, same thing on the other side. On the back, there's a pretty promo shot making you feel like you're playing the game. Silver Samurai has failed. And then on this side, there's Gargantos, Wolverine, and Juggernaut. I have Juggernaut to review later on, whenever I find my damn Marvel Select Juggernaut. But I do not have Silver Samurai or Wolverine. I didn't get that pack. I didn't get Iron Man and Omega Red. I'm not getting them because of the game. I'm getting the ones that can fit into my comic collection, or the oddballs I can use anywhere. Warning! Small parts may be generated. Don't allow the tentacle monster to snap parts off and shove them down your throat. Where am I going with this? No, stop. Or it includes a little spiky eyeball. On the top, there's the Gamerverse logo. On bottom, all your legalese with the barcode. Let's get this open, see what's going on here. Okay, appears to be some assembly required. Appears to be. There's obviously some assembly required. Matching to the back of the box, there are some sculpted on little itty bitty tentacles on the center eye part, but then there's some dangles right there, so looks like I have this upside down. Goes like this. But then looking at the tentacles, there are 3 that have squiggles at the end with no wire reaching out there. So that stays like that on these 3. And then these 3 have hooks on them that don't straighten out. Again, referring to the picture, there's the squiggle. Oh no, that's a hook, isn't it? Going around and hooking in there. That's a squiggle. That's a squiggle. Is that a hook back there? Squiggle, been around. And then this one disappears. I don't see it anywhere. So I'm guessing it's just kind of up to you, wherever you want to put them. Unless they're marked. I don't see any marks. I'm also going to assume this is the outside, this is the inside, just because of my rudimentary knowledge of tentacled creatures. And it does seem to be popping right in, and then it doesn't want to come back out. Holy shit. That was easy to go in, difficult to get out, which I'm good with. I didn't want them just falling out when I was posing around. 5. Oh, that one snapped. Did I do it wrong? Because this tentacle, that's the underside, that's the front, that hinge goes that way. What's with these 2? Why are they hinged side to side? Guess it doesn't really matter, because that's the outside. That's, oh, did I put them up? Yeah. Let's just do whatever we want and go from there. Right off the bat, not that exciting. It just kind of lays there, but I'm guessing once we start articulating, because there is some bendy wire that goes to right about here, along with those hinge joints that, again, these 2 are side to side. I feel like I should have put this one over here. I should have spread them out. I didn't notice that until I had already stuck them in. I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing here. Oh, wait, dumb. That one's this way too. That one's side to side. Side to side, side to side, side to side, front, front, front. But again, does it matter? Did I do it wrong? I know y'all gonna let me know if I did. It stands. I'm halfway there, right? The more I bend it, like the way it compresses right there, how long is this gonna last if I leave it bent? And why did I put it like a sad jester? Let's attempt to do some kind of action pose. What's gonna make it more dynamic is the eyeball. And you can see that it's a bit lifelike. It's like a plastic lens, and the paint is on the backside. So it's got a realistic feel to it. Kind of like what we saw with Giant Man. That's how his lenses were painted in. But Giant Man's eye didn't move around like this one does. You can go to the sides, you can go up, down, diagonal, whichever direction you want to go, and that is neat. At the end, it exposes some of the bloodshotness. Or if you want sleepy Gargantos, or maybe all the way to sleep. Maybe you poked them in the eye and, oh! Actually angling down like this and bringing this down to here, it's kind of an angry look. Or how about this? Wee, wee, wee. There is a little paint in places, or at least some darkness to this underside, but there's also a wash to the texture on the other side to bring out kind of the ickiness. Same thing on the sculpt on the centerpiece. It has some dark here and coming around, and these are soft, I guess, for safety features, safety measures, so somebody doesn't poke their eye out. And then these can flex to get out of the way in case you're coming forward like that. And here's the pose I was hoping to do from the promo pictures from the back of the box, and it's not as nice as they showed. There's harsher bends to some of them, and then the legs you have to counterbalance because it's a lot harder to stand up than I thought it would be. Still, it looks pretty sweet. Actually, I got this one bent more than the picture. But this is also 2 or 3 minutes in. I haven't really worked at it to try to get it. This is just okay, it's standing, which is probably a good thing considering my posability skills. That's also me still not knowing if I plug these in correctly because of the different directions on each one. Maybe I should have changed it up a little more, but I don't think it matters. You can still get side to side, or if you turn it side to side, forward and back, it's gonna work either way. It's still a bunch of tentacles connected to an eyeball that moves around all gross like. Ugh. Articulation, I've already said it several times. There's swivels at each tentacle, and then there's a hinge that goes a certain direction depending on which one you plugged in where. But again, this way, this way, this way, around. And then there's bendy wires in each tentacle from about right here down to about right here. So these just kind of flip around. It'd be nice if it was articulated all the way down, but maybe it's too thin, too small. Maybe it'd come busting out and that violates some kind of kid standards or something. I don't know. And then again, the eyelids open and close. You can go all the way down, all the way up, and then eyeball moves around. For accessories, there is this spiky eyeball that I guess that produces. Is this the small part you're not supposed to stick in your mouth? Because it's not that small. It's got that same gross texture all over, but not as much. Oh, well, okay. Maybe there is some wash around the eye, which is kind of set up the same way. It's a lens with the paint of the eye underneath. It gives it some depth, and then the lens gives it some reflection, which is neato against the skin tone. This doesn't move though. It's just poke you with the silver spikes. There's a hole right here. Did I miss a stand in the box somewhere? Doesn't look like it, but if you have a head pull or a dupe stand, that, oh well, it fits, but it's not tight. It'll hold it up though. No, it won't. It's offset to the front. What other kind of stand do I have? How about a Mafex stand? No, that's too big. I don't remember what this is. Third party, maybe Tamashii Nations? Let's see. Oh, that fits. And it's got a big enough base to hold the weight of this because it's not hollow. It's a solid piece. It's got some heft to it. It's not heavy, but it weighs more than you think it would. And then here it is next to Gargantos. See, not small, but not huge either. Size-wise, the center ball is about 4 inches from socket to socket. And then each tentacle is about 10.5 inches long. So tentacle end to tentacle end is about 23 inches. And then little ball buddy is about a little under 2 inches. But spike to spike is about 2 3/4. Here's Gargantos next to the Marvel Legends Gamerverse Venom and Captain America, the Marvel Legends comic book Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange for a bit of that mysticism, the Jaded Toys Street Fighter Ryu and Mega Man just to lean back into that gamer aspect, little NECA Dungeons and Dragons and McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse to show that this will fit into larger scales, which means yes, if you want to go full Shuma Gorath, it will fit in with the Heroic Signatures Conan or the Frazetta Icons Conan. So at the end of the day, just a kick-ass creature type action figure to throw at any display. You don't even have to be a fan of the games. That's not why I bought this. I bought it to terrorize other shelves. Even though it goes perfectly fine with Doctor Strange. It also fits over with Conans. And it also can wipe through Cobra or G.I. Joe, or over on the Star Wars shelf, it's mostly a Dianoga. There's options, there's possibilities, and that's what I like in my action figures. I like seeing toys that are multi-purpose jack of all trades. I wish the wires reached all the way down the tentacles, and I wish there was a stand for the spiky little eyeball, but I think the rest of it outweighs that. It just has some presence. You do have to fiddle with it. The first couple of poses I did, I was like, oh, that is terrible. And even this probably isn't the greatest, but I'm happier with it. The more I went along, the more I got some bends. I didn't do sharp 90s. I kind of tried to do full curves. It takes some getting used to. There's a learning curve to it, like a tentacle, but it's fun. Even better, I was kind of worried that the tentacles would pop out the rowdier I got with it, but it never did. For as easy as they went in, they sure as hell don't come out. So Game Shelf, Mystic Shelf, Sci-Fi Shelf, whatever. I know I keep repeating myself. Do I need to keep reiterating the same point? Well, of course, it's me. But you've seen what you need to see. Now it's time to make your own decisions. That's where I'm leaving you. Bye!